As it is going to be Bigetron by Vitality getting ready for the push. They've got that knock secured, but now will they get the flush so they come rushing straight on forward? Oh, right there on their heels.
Oh god, Bigetron, they're pushing in, and this is exactly what I'm all about. I wanted this team to go completely on the aggressive side, and that's what they're doing. They're going for the fight, but also look at all the rest of the teams on how closely compacted that they are into this particular vicinity. There is Telkom Digi Alliance that may take the fight, and as they are receiving the damage, they are getting the knockouts. There's Yangon Galactic into the backline. Xavier is there as well. Bigetron by Vitality, they're also into the close proximity as well. ASI-8 coming from the northern side, they can actually pursue the team Bigetron by Vitality as well as a third party, or maybe as a fourth party if they hold out till another team comes into the play to take that fight, to take that aggression. But Yangon Galactic, I see 2 to split cell. 2 players of the Yangons going to the 4th drives, 2 of the players staying into the backside near the side of the D-Xaviers. Maybe they're going to try to take D-Xaviers players from a long distance angle. ASI-8 versus D-Xavier as well. There are the shots going around. There's damage here and there. Just a slight bit of damage, not a lot. But yes, enough to make sure that you turn up your booster. But ASI-8, Tom is no longer calm. He is in panic.
Yeah, panic mode engaged indeed. This is a very tough spot to be in, but I like this play coming through from D-Xavier off in the distance, right? Mafioso trying to get that confirmation locked on in, but it is going to be D-Xavier also just the esports just holding a little bit more towards the edge here. So a lot is now riding on this play, but here we go. It's going to be Revo finding that play right in towards the side of BTR. Shots connecting on through. The send is going to be there. Carrillo now trying to move up, get that confirmation secured, and add a few additional points to their overall tally. So far coming through with 3 eliminations. Going to be looking for number 4. Now, the rest of the Alpha 7 crew come rushing on forward. This is where things really start to take quite a bit of a turn, as Bigetron by Vitality are not going to be the team
game, but still Nexori is still into the proximity, still alive into the area. Falak healing himself, getting that reload on the gun, but on the other side you can see the 4th Rises player, the guy with that name that I cannot read, and the one who shall not be named, taking down OG, Demo OG, finishing him up. And with this, Nexori is down to the 2 players that they are. Falak is going to throw their grenade. Nobody's going to get hit by that. 3 more grenades onto the way. We do have to see what these 3 grenades can possibly do. Another one going around. There we go. Nexori's a player. Another one getting taken down. It's a knockdown.
Hey, as you said, Apex Predator could go a very long way, so we'll find out soon. In the meanwhile, it is going to be Champions now up on the ridge, trying to scope across the way, as we do have the Galacticos holding just down below them. The pressure is on. The utilities getting sent across the way. Is this going to be enough, though, to grant that opportunity for Champions Esports to secure themselves even more points? They are looking to bring in the reinforcement
of the players, but Kent, so far, BTR, let's see. Going forward, going back in the circle. They're waiting for the other team, in fact, Alter Ego, to get out of the area, out of the compound, to make their way in the circle. That's where they're going to pick them up. 2 players went back, 2 players still staying there, and okay, they're going in a different direction. They're taking all the possible direction that they Alter Ego can actually exit from into the consideration, and that's exactly what they did. Rosemary got taken down, and Rosemary instantly finished up as well. There we go. BTR, that's the 3rd elimination that they're going to have. And now with just 1 more remaining to get the full team wipeout, they might not just take it. They might just leave it as it is and just get in the circle, because 216 meters outside of the circle, staying outside of the circle with this small of a radius, it's going to be definitely hitting hard on you.
Yeah, and you don't want that to come your way just yet. BTR, though, going to try and push on forward, but Team Secret, part of the welcoming committee, as they take their approach, moving on forward. We can see a little bit of that damage now connecting up onto the side here of BTR. Will they be able to fly up the side of the mountain? Are they going to go full send? Not quite just yet. Does get a good high position. Oh, but they spot out Tony there. Quick, a little bit of a duck into the vehicle. because Xeris now coming up with the defenses, finding that front line play, does find a beautiful knock. Snape and the rest of the team here from BTR trying to see if they can find that entry point, but it is going to be a pretty tough one. Quite a bit of contention now starting to build on towards the edge here of La Driera. But here we go. It's going to be quite a bit of a frantic back and forth. BTR, they know they are so close to securing a few more additional points to just strengthen their overall positioning within that top 9. Is it going to come at the expense of Team Secret? We don't quite know just yet, but we will say goodbye to Snape as the quick knock and full confirmation does find its way right onto their doorstep. Now, it is going to be Alva all the way from Kent getting dropped. Now, down to a 2-piece as BTR tries to survive. Team Secret trying to flank their way on through, starting to push on forward. It is going to be GK just on the edge, and with that, they will succeed in taking down a Bigetron. Not quite sure this back up and come through with a push. The play is there. The jump shots are in. Daybot needs to be very careful. Super low in the HP, but they come through for the push. Oh, the HP is not looking very good here on the side of Alter Ego. Not quite sure if that is going to be enough on the side here of BTR. 2504 coming through with a quick cheeky trade-off. Finds just enough to keep them around that ridge.
Oh my god, this is going insane by these players. Come on, careful, these Xaviers. You have just knocked out one of your players, but okay, there we go. Parajin getting that revival done, but no! From the backside, Bigetron by Vitality Starled came into the clutch, taking down the revive player, but there we go. One player of Bigetron, they have also been taken down, but Parajin alongside of Levioso has been completely finished off. 2504, D Xavier, these are the two names that are alive, that are still standing, and they are the only hope for the team from this point onward. 2504 throwing all the smokes that he can possibly can to distance himself from the enemy side, but at the same angle, you can see into the mini-map, there's another team close to the proximity, and I think that's one donkeys into the area, into the premises, but D Xavier's using the full first aid kit, full med kit, right there, full 100%, back to the 100% HP that they go, but BTR, are they going to actually push in the smoke? Or they're going to wait for this to dissipate and then push. But D Xavier, the guy, the man, he is throwing all the grenades, all the utilities that he can dump upon on the players. Kinotrope, in the meanwhile, they're also receiving the damage in a different location. But all teams that do not care what happens, they just go with the flow, getting another knockdown. Information straight up. DRS, this is the third elimination that they're going to have in Yangon Galactic. So, ladies and gentlemen, another name that is at the very top of the chart on the hashtag number 6. They are facing the casualties, but DRS, I don't think anyone's there, but it's never too bad to be on the safer side. He's throwing the constant grenades into the Harry Potter tower. No connection because nobody's there. On the other side, Bigetron versus Yangon Galacticos. It's gonna happen, ladies and gentlemen. It's official. From this point, Yangon Galacticos, as they're moving out from this premises, they are face-to-face against the team Bigetron by Vitality. Known Mbon, so far, he's staying into the back. He's not showing his face, but there comes Snape. Together with him, they might be able to take down this hovercraft, but on the backside, there's also the 4 thrives. You just have to make sure that you're not in their vicinity of the fires, because if they see you, if you're in their crosshairs, that's going to be another problem that you will have to face.
Well, Nexary also now looking to roll up to the party, but a very cheeky nade onto the side there of Say Cloud, as Yangon now could potentially be losing one of their players, and the confirmation is in. Down to a solo they go. The odds not looking all too favorable currently for the side here of Galacticos, as they have one left to carry their torch. The meanwhile, Alliance is going to move up, grab a little bit of the spoils here. Already 2 eliminations to their name, and a very healthy play that they've shown so far. DRS also just riding on that ridge. So Salcom Diggy Alliance need to be very cautious. Don't get too comfortable, because you will maybe live to, well, you might not rather live to regret that decision. So we'll see where these rotations are going to look to take them. doesn't seem like they will be moving out just yet. And instead, they are going to be just waiting in the wing. Because we've got another team just over towards their western side. So, again, caution has to be the name of the game, rather.
I mean, right now, it's very difficult to know what can possibly happen with all of these players, all of these names, because everybody's trying their level best to survive till the very end, and that survivability, that survival mindset is what's actually hindering their performance, in my opinion, because they were doing so good yesterday with the aggressions. Everybody was trying to find someone, get those aggressions done, but today, as they changed their momentum, things do not work their way, especially for Yangon Galactic. They need to start getting back on the aggressive sides. They need to start taking the fights as soon as they see them. But so far, it is Selcom Digi Alliance getting that aggressive on the Yangon Galactic. As they know, it is only the last guy. The 2 players, the 3 players, in fact, has just rushed upon this team. There we go. Yangon Galactic finally getting on the aggressive side. He's going to go for the reload. That 12K's on the reload, and he takes down 3, not 1, not 2, but 3 of the Selcom Digi Alliance. This is what I'm talking about. This is the momentum. Number 9 is 59. So meaning 29 points they need for that climbing of the hashtag number 9. So with 2 matches just remaining, it's very hard.
Yes. Now being put on quite a bit of a back foot. Both of their 2 leading players now have been brought to their knees. BTR not going to be pushing up too aggressively, but I like this quick repositioning here, as DRS will get eliminated. But BTR, now they've moved into position, right? Just setting themselves up outside of what we just witnessed over there. Now, E-Arena going to be trying their luck against the side here of DXavier. You see Bigetron and the rest of the crew now starting to move on up. The blue zone has caught up to them as well. But E-Arena, one of the newer positions over onto the edge, as they are waiting for DXavier to make that move.
I mean, at this point, nobody wants to make the first move, but E-Arena, yes, this is the time. You're not actually going to be able to secure the top 9 position, so why not? Why not make other players suffer as well? But oh no, NC2 in a single shot of the DBS. He gets taken down. It's obliteration. DXavier 2504. Also, come on. Push forward with Master Smile. He's the guy that's knocked down. Mernet Boy receiving a lot of damage to his angles. Staying into the safe side. Okay, that's a headshot. Connectivity on the 4th drive. Even I couldn't see the guy. I wonder how did he find the player out? But Alva, he finally gets the confirmation. A knockdown again. It's a confirmation this time around by the hand of BTR. Dabo is also getting a knockdown, a confirmation, and slowly and steadily, I do feel like it's the end of Alter Ego. It's going to be the end of Alter Ego. Yangon Galacticos, that's the 2 eliminations that they have so far, and they are trying to get some more and more eliminations. But Bigetron by Vitality. Bigetron so far outside, but Circle Shift, oh my goodness. Alpha 7, the only team at the very centralized position of the circle. Yangon Galacticos close to the 4th drives, close to the area of E-Arena.
Getting spotted out. Bigetron starts sending it out. Trying to keep them just outside of that zone, but this is where it's going to be absolutely devastating now for Yangon, because they don't have much of an option here. They have to move on forward. ASI8 is going to be the team to fall next. Yangon Galacticos also getting absolutely demolished. Now, E-Arena out of the blue. Don't see them really lasting. Yep, there we go. Down they are. Oh, BTR getting spotted. The easy clap coming through here from Atomic J. They find the first. Will they find the rest? BTR trying to hold on. Alter Ego still in this match. Very quiet down on that southern side. You can see Alpha 7 now starting to move further and further down south. Champions trying to scout out all over the place, but they will get absolutely jumped. As Atomic gets dropped down to their knees. Krypton going to start moving on forward. Alter Egos might be on a solo, but they are not out of this fight just yet. Beautiful show up coming through with the utility, just flying all over the compound. Fortunately here for the side of Champions, they are just outside, but a quick little spread coming through as Krypton makes the first play.
Nice.
One down, looking for the second. And Tommy could be the final contender left to fall for Champions. But will they get the clutch? Is Krypton going to be able to seal their fate? The answer is yes. Champions out in fourth. Valiant effort from them, but Alter Ego denies them access to that top three.
That was an amazing shot from the DBS. This is the second time we have seen this kind of a clutch, staying into the cover, getting out, instantly hitting the player, getting back into the cover. BTR versus Alter Ego. Same going on, and BTR won that fight. Now, Alpha 7, 3 players. Bigetron by Vitality, also 3 players. It's a 3 versus 3, but the BTR is facing the casualties because they just got out of a fight. They just witnessed a fight, and they just won it out. So they have some casualties on their side. The damage there. Bigetron by Vitality, it's the last guy on Mbon, and he's just gonna give his elimination to Atomic. The same area, the same angle where the shots were coming from. Champions Esports finally been spotted, been taken out, and there we have it, ladies and gentlemen. Champions out of the match. Another team. This is the second name that has been wiped out. But Alter Egos, the amount of elimination, the amount of damage that they have received, in fact, for themselves. I don't think they're going to be able to secure the number 1 position. Now it's up to Yangon Galactic to rack it up.
At least we know that the overall finish, at least for today, is not going to be too important. What is going to matter, though, is whether or not you're in the top 9 or not. Right, that is going to be the key play. Alter Ego, though, out they go. 1 elimination to their name. That is all they have to show for this final game. Now, Bigetron, they're going to be looking to dull up the heat as they send it into the side here of Xavier. Of course, now pinching them all down in one single compound. As the send comes through, it is going to be Bigetron trying to close it up. They know that they are well within the top 9, but again, you have to be as sure as you can be. Let's see whether or not Razy is going to be able to get those sprays. It's going to be Bumblebee up top. Beautiful hits coming through, though. Xavier looking to respond in kind.
No.
They only have Xavier left to try and keep them in this match. But again, the pressure is absolutely crazy. Xavier could do with a few additional points. BTR, no need really for that unless they want to climb to the top of the standings. But here we have it, Xavier having a little bit of a dance around the block, but BTR says no. Stops them right then and there. Out they go. BTR, though, picking up 5 eliminations, but it's going to be 4 thrives now, looking to ride in on the storm as well. They know they need a few more points to get up into the top 9. In fact, they need a grand total. Woo!